So it's April 30th, last day of April. Beautiful day, 56 degrees at the moment. And we had some great rain. Rained Thursday night, all day Friday, which we really needed. Green up the country, but we are very far ahead. I've actually mowed this field 4 times. The first 3 times all had snow on it after we were done mowing. The one was a blizzard. We had over 14 inches in one day, but it has survived it all. It's been good for it. I think the biggest part of the difference in the greenness is how much fertilizer we used in our program last year, that our soil was in great shape in the fall. So this spring, it's ready to go. We're a lot farther ahead than the lawns that are in the neighborhood around us. And it's really green. Our first mow last year, just looking back at the video, was on May 21st. So we're way ahead of that. Obviously we didn't have the mower and we were still fundraising, so it's great to have that in the shed. So we'll get it serviced up and ready to go here for one more mow. When we look at the thin spot that we had, that was this right here from last year. And again, it is pretty thin, right in the middle of the field. We talked about possibly laying some seed last year. Well, we're definitely going to lay seed this year. I've already purchased the seed. We have some perennial ryegrass. I was going to do a mix, but I think there's enough bluegrass here that if we can get that ryegrass to germinate fast and come up, that the Kentucky bluegrass will eventually come in and take it, but that ryegrass will help thicken it up so it doesn't get worn so fast. We still have these areas of crabgrass. You can see this one right in front, and clear out to where they have their hurdle set up. They're there. We have a tenacity product that is supposed to help kill clover and crabgrass. Unfortunately, we are having some shipping issues, and the bulk jugs right now are not available, and it's just right now very cost prohibitive to try to do the small jugs that you see people use for their home yards. So one jug would be able to help us do both fields in the 2 treatments, because you're supposed to treat it once, wait 2 to 3 weeks, and hit it again. And that big 2.5 gallon jug would allow us to do that on both fields, but we can't get the 2.5 gallon jug, so we might just have to go with a standard broadleaf spray. And again, this year we're going to use our surfactant, something I learned over the winter time, and that's going to help it on the plant, which will help with the clover. But if we cannot get the tenacity product, then the crabgrass again might have to be punted till next season again. Those of you that watched the first video that we did, you'll remember that we had a lot of geese that were out here, and that seemed really cool at the time until after we came out and saw that geese are actually very messy. And to be poetic about it, really big birds leave really big turds. So it was a mess, and we had to clean that up, which is part of the reason why we started mowing earlier this year. So we used our drag a few times to try to break it up, and then started mowing as soon as possible to continue that breakup. So when kids started practicing track, they didn't have to deal with that mess. That's not a problem we run into in Montana very often, but I hear it is a much larger problem in the northeast part of the United States. After researching it, I did find out it's a pretty good fertilizer. It's like a 614, which will take the extra fertilizer, and it was just another obstacle we just had to work around to make it playable as a sports surface. So we had the mower completely serviced last year over the winter time by our local Toro dealership, Midland Implement, and they went through, changed all the fluids, checked all the belts, and everything looked good there. But just our general service, and they also sharpened all 3 reels, so we were grateful for that. Just kind of doing my normal check. That's a brand new air filter, still looks perfect. But just something I try to do every once a week with the hours that we put on it. We're not like a full-out golf course that runs this sucker every single day for 10 to 12 hours a day. So kind of their daily service is my weekly service. Check the oil here. I'm sure that that's good, and it is. It's just perfect. So we're looking good. By the way, Toro, I don't know when you made this mower. I'd have to go look. I think it was 2011, 2012. But cup holders. Essentially, I went and picked that up, magnetic on Amazon. It's called a Bev Mate. But you have to have something to hold your coffee. First thing in the morning, Jake the lawn kid drinks it straight black. I got an Americano black from our local City Brew here in town. But Toro, you can't have enough cup holders. shot, but that was an unexpected thing that we don't deal with here too much in Montana, but I guess is a much bigger problem in the Northeast.